My name's Britt Gaperton, and I'm from Texas, and my goal is to play college.
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm his dad. I'm Corey. My wife found Coach Bougie online just by happenstance, and we thought it was an amazing idea doing this online, being able to get good coaching and not have to be in person in that same area, vicinity to do it. The way Coach Bougie has it set up is phenomenal. Learn a little bit at a time, and it all comes together. The progress Britt has made over the last, we're on the 11th week, is phenomenal. He had never had any formal coaching before for catching, and the transformation he's made, I am super impressed. I couldn't ask for more. He's by far surpassed the other catchers on the team that have been on this team for a long time, and he's now the #1 catcher for their team, and it's amazing to watch. Obviously, he has a lot to go still, but the transformation has just been phenomenal. We couldn't be more pleased with the progress, and it's very exciting to watch him grow and learn and just be a rock star. So thanks to Coach Bougie for putting this together and working through it with us and being a great coach and mentor, and just the positivity, the encouragement has been awesome, and good feedback. The critiques are obviously needed, but done well, and we're super excited. So
That's awesome.
thank you.
Absolutely. And so when you think back to the beginning and what some of the struggles were, Brett, that you were seeing on the field, how did that actually show up?
My struggles,
Yeah. What struggles did you have on the field?
I feel like now I can actually, I didn't really know how to get in, a stance
Hmm.
properly and I didn't know I was even supposed to receive or block. And now, for my school, I didn't miss any balls the last game, and I missed, tons.
I love it. Okay. So you're missing balls. You didn't know how to get into a good stance. It sounds like you probably weren't blocking super well either,
I
right?
didn't know how to do stuff properly, and I didn't even know I was supposed to block and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
He was
Uh,
just he played as the catcher on our rec team for 2 years, and he just winged it, just did the best he could. He was still really good at what he was doing. It wasn't proper, but he did a good job. He was just winging it, and just learning the stances was huge. I remember the first lesson, it's like he said, "But that's not my primary stance." I was like, "Correct. It's not. It needs to be that." you know, like we're starting from ground zero here, and it was good because it wasn't like we had to correct previous coaching that was incorrect. It was just, getting to start fresh really
yeah,
helped.
totally. And so you guys found out about me through Instagram? Is that
Yeah, I
right?
think my wife saw an ad or something on Instagram, and just went with it. She was like, "Hey, I think we need to try this." And I was like, "All right."
Cool.
So
Cool.
she
Yeah.
did the initial intro video or call with you, and she's like, "Yeah, I have a good feeling about this. I should do it."
Yeah, at the start, I didn't want to do it, but
Oh, interesting. Why?
I don't know. I feel like online experience wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
What
thought
what was your main concern with it?
I thought it wasn't gonna get me anywhere, but then I did it, and then got me a lot better.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Yeah, did you guys have any other hesitations with online? I know that you've done some online golf stuff, so you're a
Right.
little bit more familiar with it.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a hesitation with the online. Just we didn't really know what we were going to get for whatever it's not a small amount of money.
Hmm.
So we were just hoping that it was what it seemed to be, and it
Yeah,
more than we
that's
expected.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So then when we actually started working together, what did it look like? Like what did we start to implement right away from your guys' perspective?
The stances obviously was, I think, like very beginning, right? Just
Yep.
stances. That learning, I mean, I didn't play catcher. I played baseball till I was 12, and that was it. So I didn't have any knowledge either to pass along. And he had never done any like real coaching for his teams or anything. So all of that was new for us. And like, this is how you're supposed to do it. So, I mean, just from the stances to how you receive a ball and all that is perfect
I
for,
love it.
And what to do in situations, stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
knowing, this is what you do. There's no questions. Like, do this. That's it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a coach for a club, he was saying we were working on bump plays, and he was saying, say outside or inside, and I had no clue what they were.
And then you learned, you're like, oh, that's what he means when he says outside, outside, or inside, inside. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So, Britt, my question for you, how has it impacted your confidence now that you know what to do, you know how to get into stances, you know how to block, all that kind of stuff? What's that done for you internally?
My confidence, like I feel like before we did this, I felt like whenever I missed a ball, I felt like silly for missing the ball on like a really easy one. But now it's like I know I can do it, so because I know how to do it correctly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so you said your biggest struggle was you just didn't know how to get into your stances. What kind of results have you seen now that you've actually uh done all the work?
Like I know what to do properly, and like it's like way easier, and I know what to do in situations and stuff, and
Yeah.
I actually like know how to do it.
Yeah. How much time would you say that you guys actually practice each week?
Like outside of it, or
Or yeah, like anything like catching related that you would do with me.
Probably, I mean, it was probably 45 minutes a lesson.
yeah,
Okay,
Probably what we spent on.
cool. About 3 times a week. Cool. Awesome.
And we did not have time to do more. Like I would have liked to have practiced at least once or twice in between, but we just didn't have time because I just felt like the lessons would be more beneficial, or he'd get further by doing more in between and just kind of solidify it. But the way that you have it set up, redoing all of the baseline video every time, you kind of get it.
Yep.
And so, and I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. A lot of things that, you would tell him and like, hey, you need to do this. And he would just do it the next time. Like, I was like, we didn't even practice. Like, I would want to practice that if it were me. Like, let's do a practice of that first.
Yeah.
Then I'll video it and do it right. And he's just like, no, I got this.
yeah, and like there was
It's like, so
so like for our club team, Dad, remember there was like the Giants catcher. We played for the Giants for like 2 years.
yeah.
And he came and he like all the catchers went to it and he taught us stuff, but I didn't really get it. Like he taught us how to slide properly, but it wasn't like
It was like
correct.
a 1 hour.
It wasn't like
session.
exactly correct. It was like just sliding on your shin guards. And he was just instead of how to stop yourself, he was like just lean back and it'll stop you and then throw it. And he didn't like teach us how to stop, throw it like underhand and below that other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was literally like an hour training with 20 kids. It was too much.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Okay, so now that you guys have gone through it, you know what it's actually like on the inside, you know what it takes from like a time perspective. Who else would you consider would be a good fit? Like what characteristics would they need in order to have a great experience?
They would have to be like, they would have to care. They'd have to have like want to improve, not just be a catcher because there's no other people who can catch the ball and you just can catch the ball. You just want to do it and you want to work hard.
I love it. That's great. I think that's awesome.
I mean, I don't think it takes anybody special. If you want to learn, just follow along. It's like you've made it that simple, right? Sure, you might have to put in a little more effort, but it's less. I mean, it's time saving. You don't have to drive somewhere, spend an hour at practice, drive home. I think it's amazing.
I love it. Well, thank you. Last question. If anyone else had doubts about what it was like on the other side or time or online, what would you say to them?
I'd say just like try it, but like really no. But like
I would say don't be concerned. Do it.
yeah, unless you just don't want to work at it.
If you want to spend more money and time, then go do it somewhere else. But if you want to save money and time, I'm a huge believer. I don't think, and I feel this way about my golf lessons online too. Like, because I've done both with that, like in person and online. You can do the little, like, just do this, and then that makes you able to do the next step correctly. In your study, you're trying to get a whole bunch of stuff in 1 hour.
Yeah,
you know?
and you can like rewatch the videos if you don't understand it and stuff instead of them
Yeah.
telling you what to
Videos
do.
are there to go back, because there's things I tell him and he's like, no, and I was like, yeah, watch. We rewind it, watch it again. Get your
Yeah,
foot
instead
this
of
way,
like
whatever.
whenever they're not here and we're arguing how to do it properly and they're not here, we can't like just text them and they'll just respond immediately. They'll
Yeah.
probably just respond like the next day because they have stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I saw within 4 weeks, he was the catching so much better. Like when we did it during baseball season, which was, we weren't expecting that or wanting that, but it turned out good because he was able to implement in the games and other practices too, you know? So, and he had a lot of games that didn't matter this year. Like with his school team, they had 2 games a week that didn't matter.
He only won once.
They were horrible. It was like a rec team. And so he got a lot of practice in those and he got to catch a lot. He's in AA, right? But the other catcher is in AAA and he played more
Well, he's
than
in
that.
majors.
Britt caught more than he, and I felt like Britt was a better catcher.
That's awesome. And so did you go from like second or third catcher to then number 1 catcher? Is that what happened?
I was like the worst catcher by
And then
like
you became
I
the best
didn't
catcher on your team?
So I would say on his select team, there's 4 catchers.
Uh-huh.
I would have said there's 2 that probably shouldn't be catchers. He was probably in their league last fall. The other kid that was the number 1 catcher, I saw play a lot in the fall, and I was like, oh man, he's pretty good. He's done this for a while. And then Britt was better than him, like noticeably better within 4 weeks.
Wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Not that
Well-
that kid's like an amazing catcher, but he was solid, very solid. I mean,
Yeah.
he was doing single knee stances and, you know, stuff like that. But the other kid that's a majors player, he actually blocks really well. And that's why I was like, Britt, you got to start blocking, dude. But there was a lot of stuff that he doesn't do right. His target's wrong, his elbows are, you know, I start critiquing all these things now. Like,
Yeah.
get your elbow
Now
down,
you know.
your elbows down, your glove's not flat. I mean, what are you doing over here?
Yeah, like sometimes in the behind the videos he's like
I'm cueing Britt.
Helping get the adjustment down.
Glove over.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys. And you know, you guys were the ones that actually did the work. So congrats. You earned it. You took the jump, you made the investment, you put in the effort, you put in the time, and you get to see the rewards of it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video looking at Britt's transformation through online coaching. If you want help, then watch this video right over here and it'll show you everything about the complete catcher protocol, which is what I used to actually help Britt. I'm Coach Bougie. I'll catch you later.